Did you know that most cheap electric bikes run chain drives, inefficient square wave controllers, and cheapest batteries possible? And even though it's a great bike, it won't last long. But today we're gonna change it. We're gonna upgrade this Discoverer scooter bike, or whatever you wanna call it, from the original 2000 watt with the chain drive all the way up to 6 kilowatt with the hub motor, lithium-ion battery, and a sine wave controller that you can program however you want. So enough with the talking, and let me show you the 6 kilowatt kit that you can only purchase from Electrolab. It includes the 3.5 kilowatt hub motor, a sine wave controller that goes all the way up to 13 kilowatts with the right battery setup. And you will of course get the Bluetooth dongle, wiring harness, and display that matches the controller. And the reason I love this kit is because I can use my original battery. Everything from 48 volts, 60 volts, 72 volts, because the controller can be matched to that. You can program it however you want, which I have a follow-up video on. So how fast it goes, how many kilowatts it puts out, and even the region feeling. But I won't get into that here. We'll have a separate video for that. And as you could already guess, you have to do some customizations to the frame before you can mount the motor. And by removing the chain tensioner, now we'll be able to fit the hub motor. Since it doesn't need the chain tensioner because it doesn't have any moving parts. And we did have to remove the original brake. But that's no problem because we're gonna have an electric brake on the rear motor. So there won't even be a difference. Oh my god, look how good it looks. So sleek. No chain, will be no noise. The only thing we have to do is to secure the wire that goes through the motor. And can we appreciate how quiet it is? You can't even hear it. And whoa, just by replacing the motor, it's a completely different bike. And I can't wait to just go and test it. But before that, we need to install the battery and the controller. So for the battery, we're doing a 9 watt battery. It's a 48 volt battery with 30 amp hours. Which is around 2 kilowatt hours of storage, which is a massive battery for a bike like this. The original bike had a 500 watt hour battery, so this is 4 times bigger. And the controller, I don't even have to say anything about it. You already see that it's a massive controller, which is fully programmable by using an app. So after matching all the wires where they're supposed to go and carefully placing the battery in place without blowing anything up, we had to put some foam in so it doesn't jump around. And now we were ready to do the auto-learn of the controller. So here's the Bluetooth module, which connects to my phone via Bluetooth. And the auto-learn basically means that the controller learns the battery curve, the throttle curve, and the motor curve. So it basically goes through a procedure when it tests everything and tests what's compatible, so you can get the best efficiency and experience possible from the components you're using. And comment down below if you want me to do a in-depth video on all the settings for this controller, where I show you why and how you can tune it to a specific setting for a specific feeling you want, such as smooth region, not overheating the motor, or getting your top speed at the max. And here we are putting the bike together so we can take it for a first spin. And everything fit perfectly and looks so good. And this extra screen we added is a game changer. It's of course connected to the controller, so it shows you how many amps you're using, what speed you have, and your odometer. And perfectly enough for me, we're gonna use the same exact charger, so no change there. So let's turn the bike on and let me show you how it runs. Let's go and check out what I had to say when I drove it the first time. So for those that have this scooter, you'll immediately notice while I push the throttle, it's so quiet. There's no squeaking from the chain, no square wave controller squeaking. It's just so smooth. No jerking either. And it's just basically smooth. So this display, it also makes the biggest difference, since you have how far you've traveled, your odometer, your speed, your battery, and here is the amperage. The only thing that we have to change on this thing is the original knobbies in the front, because that's the thing that makes the sound right now. Since in the rear we have the street tire, much better handling, and overall this is a so nice bike right now. You don't have to worry about oiling any chain, changing sprockets, chain popping off. It's just buttery smooth. That's why we love the hub motors. And then let's talk about the top speed. I don't know what it was originally. I think it was 40 or 50. Right now I can get it up to 80 kilometers per hour, which is too fast for this thing. It takes quite some time, but it does get up there. Yeah, and you've probably already noticed there is something off from this bike. And yeah, it's the front tire, so let's replace it. And with some editing magic, it's all done. Looking much better and feeling much smoother. And just look how good it looks compared to the original. Because the tires make the biggest difference. And they're much smoother and better suited for the road. So put down in the comments what conversion kit you want me to do next. And as always, you can find all those kits at the Electrolab website. And that's it from Electrolab. Now it's your time to build.